The VIX so far has popped 4.84% overnight, with relatively little to no movement on the S&P at all. Uncle Russell is making new ground in the pre-market, and sleepy Uncle Dow is leading the bear charge all on its own. So is that fear creeping back into the market? Are we going to see this market roll over? Am I still a very pessimistic bull and an optimistic bear? We're going to look at all of that today. So the VIX has almost popped on nothing. We're going to look at why the S&P has evolved, and we're going to look at Friday's results. So Uncle Dow continues to lead the bear charge again. I'm looking at the daily charts. Dow just at the center left there. We can see we are seeing it just pop and push low. It's already, since taking the screenshot, it's already moving lower again. Russell is attempting that new all-time high in the pre-markets, and I can already see prices roll over since I've taken these screenshots. The one thing that just caught my attention more than anything is the VIX has jumped higher with relatively little to no movement on the S&P, so that's just making me think that fear is just coming back into the market. So looking at the charts, the S&P are looking at the cash index again. The bull tag and turn, the swing setup is still in effect, but what we are seeing is these Bollinger Bands, they're just catching up to where prices, and this is really just highlighting what we already knew. Again, if we look back at this lower third tool here, this is the Bollinger Bands, and all the way back here we can see that price was pinched together, which is basically this indicator saying this is the narrowest that the Bollinger Bands have been for a long period of time. 150 bars is what the look back period is, and that remains compressed for again just recently, but nothing really has changed. Yes, we have broken out, and this really highlights one of the things that I very commonly talk about is we don't really know the name of the pattern, so I generalize and call these things consolidations or compressions. And again, I don't really worry about what the name of the pattern is, because as we're seeing right now, it is looking like, despite that range breaking out, we've got the breakout pullback, we've not gone above that pullback high yet. So until something new happens, the same thing is going to continue. And what we're seeing is that this consolidation, it's mutating or evolving into what we could consider a rising channel. So again, I'm not married to the name of these things. And again, I'm just waiting for price to move convincingly in one direction or the other. Again, we've had the breakout, probably got a lot of people excited, but we've just not yet seen that continuation. Again, we are just seeing price grind sideways, and this little peak over here, this on the futures, that has already been reclaimed in the pre-market. We have seen price push, reject clearly, and the overnight futures are selling off. So we'll see if there's a little bit of follow through on that in the main market when the cash session actually opens. Over in crypto land, my Ethereum versus Bitcoin is moving nice from the range lows. And again, we are pushing through. I was a little bit concerned about this middle level resistance point here, but we are pushing higher above that. I have adjusted my target to spot 03, and it basically just reflects the dynamic nature of the consolidation. Again, we've got the same pattern that we were just looking at as being evolved in the S&P. But again, just through illness last week, I wasn't able to participate. And this is on a different time frame. This is the 4-hour chart, so I can take a little bit more of a relaxed approach on this. So bullish from the range low, targeting the range high. Targets dynamic. I think we've got these price swing highs just to jump over here at the at the 0.03 level, which was the previous target. So I think once we get past that, I think we could see a nice quick push high. What's driving this mainly is that Ethereum is mainly standing still and Bitcoin is selling off. So if we look at the pairing, Ethereum is the front. So if Ethereum goes up and Bitcoin stays still, then this will go up. So Ethereum staying still and Bitcoin being the second, Bitcoin's going down. So that's causing Ethereum to go up there. So just harking back to my old currency, I was 12 years a currency trader, so I'm just getting back into that relationship dynamic as I dip my toes in the water of crypto. Anyway, patterns are exactly the same regardless of what's driving it. Price is moving from the range low, targeting the range high. That's all we're waiting for. Taking a look at last Friday's trades. Again, most of last week, just to keep myself honest, I was ill. I am significantly better, so thank you everyone for your kind words and well wishes. The software still pulled the premium, so we have a nice bear breakout on the S&P. Conversely, we have a nice bull breakout on the Russell, and both of them doing the polar opposite to each other. Despite that, the community is bagging the results. So well done, Don, Bill, Chris, James, everyone else who didn't post publicly. But if you do post, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a shout out. So well done, everyone. Again, scooping the results all of last week. It was a tricky week last week because, as we just saw there, one index going up, another index going down. It can cause a little bit of confusion. The best way of dealing with this is treat them as separate and independent trades. Yes, the indexes generally move together with each other, but as we're seeing right now in the last couple of weeks, they can go in opposite directions. To be fair, most of this year we have seen that the indexes can move in opposite directions for 2 or 3 days at a time in that short term. So from certainly the morning intraday point of view, that's what's happened. And when the market decides on a direction, hopefully bearish, don't tell anyone, we should see all the main indexes, the stock indexes, start to sync up, because again, generally they all move in the same direction. Just that disparity at the moment. Anyway, once again, well done, Don, Bill, Chris, James. Thank you for posting publicly. Richard, just in the background there, my apologies. You did post something, but I just forgot to put the name. I've just realised I forgot to put the name. But well done, everyone who's following the system, putting faith and trust in it to get some results. So I am not smarter than the data. I'm hanging my hat on this catchphrase. I spent more than 30 years trading the markets, and I spent the last 5 years basically digging into data with the assistance of AI and validating all of my old concepts and ideas and all those things that we thought are true. Some of them turned out to be true, some of them turned out to be amazing, but some of them turned out to be old wives' tales. And that's what's driving the development of the software and the setups that I'm trading. And again, this premium pop setup, tag and turn setups, they're all driven by data. And that means that I can put the brain in neutral, less brain, so that I can get more gain, because I am not smarter than the data. If you want to make this system work for you, and if it's the right thing for you, and you want to collect morning income and collect weekly income, click the links next to this video, and you can learn a little bit more about the process and the setups that we've got. So I'll also be writing a piece on the bull and the bear arguments going up in the knowledge base edge, so keep an eye out on that over the next day or so. And with that said, I'll see you on the next installment. May your trades be smoother than cashmere copies. See you on the next one.